Dear students, welcome to the online lecture series for the subject Organization of Commerce and Management. I am Mrs. Neeta Ivle. Today we are going to start our first chapter, that is Principles of Management. We will study following points in this video: meaning, definition of principles of management, and nature of principles of management. Before going to the portion of first chapter, let us talk about first two chapters of our textbook. As you know that these are of management. Friends, actually management is not a new concept for us. Am I right? Though we have formally introduced with it in last year, we know management as an art since our childhood, isn't it? Now see, in simple words, management means to manage. You will agree that we are managing so many activities, so many things, so many people till morn to night. Agree? Then what is new for us? Now we are going to study management not only as an art but also as a science and as a profession. Last year in 11th standard, the basic concept of management has been introduced to us. This year in 12th, in first chapter, we are going to understand different principles of management, and in second chapter we will study different functions of management. Friends, many of you may be dreaming of pursuing a career in management. Many of us may want to study professional courses like MBA, BBA, which are some of the best careers in the present scenario. That is why I am insisting you must understand principles and functions of management genuinely and sincerely. Understood? Now, before talking about the concept of principles of management, let us talk about the two known concepts to you. You know these two terms very well. The first is principle. Actually, you have studied number of principles in different subjects. For example, in science, you have a principle: energy is transferred by direct contact. This is one of the principle you will find in physics. Right? Now look the word management. In simple words, we can say that management means to manage. Right? We can define principle as follows: a fundamental truth that serves as the foundation for a system of belief or behavior for a chain of reasoning. Principle is defined as techniques and system which give one directional result. Don't forget that these principles are universal and applicable everywhere. Broadly, we can say management is a process of getting things with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Management is a process through which one can achieve goals. Now, the two words effectively and efficiently are important. What is efficiency? Doing tasks correctly and with minimum cost. What is effectiveness? Doing the right task, completing activities and achieving goals. Right? Now you can understand both the concepts, that is principle and management. If we combine the words, we get principles of management. Let us see what it means. A set of guidelines that assist managers to conduct the management properly and effectively. Also, principles of management is the activities that plan, organize and control and operations of the basic elements of men, materials, machines, methods, money, and markets, providing direction and coordination and giving leadership to human efforts so as to achieve the sought objectives of the enterprise. Let's understand the nature of principles of management. Now, the first nature is universal application. The principle of management are applicable to all types of organization. It means it is applicable to business as well as non-business organizations, small as well as large organizations, public sector as well as private sector organizations, manufacturing and service sector organizations too. However, the extent of their applicability would vary with the nature of organization, business activity, scale of operations. The result may vary and application may be changed and modified, but these principles are suitable for all kinds of organizations. Not only that, but they are applicable to all levels of management. We have studied in last year there are three types of management, levels of management: lower level management, middle level management, and top level management. For all these levels of management, these principles are applicable. Now, let's understand the nature through this example. We know that in organization, for better productivity, work should be divided and each employee should be trained to perform his special job. You will find this principle is applicable to all organizations. Also, they used at all levels of management as well. However, extent of division of work may vary. Let's see the second nature. The second one is general guidelines. The principles are guidelines to action but do not provide ready-made solutions to all problems, but they provide general guidelines in solving the organizational situations wisely and finding solutions. This is so because we know that real business situations are very complex and dynamic and are a result of many factors. Application of particular principle is depending upon the situations, size, and nature of organizations. However, the importance of principles can't be underestimated because even a small guideline helps to solve a given problem. Let's have an example. Suppose any misunderstanding arises between two departments of an organization, the higher authorities have to give importance to the overall goals of the organizations and will take decisions according to that. Now let's move to the third. The third nature is principles are formed by practice and experiments. The principles of management are formed by experience and collective wisdom of managers as well as experimentation. These principles are developed gradually with meticulous research work only. Similarly, systematic observations and experiments are conducted before developing them. After they were practiced in organizations, the result of such experiments have been developed as a principle. Let's have an example. Principle of initiative is one of the key to success. But do you know it is proven after only observations and experiments for a long period of time by managers. Now, what is the fourth one? It is flexibility. The principles of management are not rigid, instead, they are flexible in nature. They can be modified by the managers when the situation so demands. Managers can be flexible while implementing principles to suit the present need and requirement. Management principles give the manager enough discretion to do so because the situations keep on changing in any organization. Management principles can be adjusted or modified and can be used in the organization according to its need. For example, while considering principle of fair remuneration, what is fair will be determined by the manager after examining current situations in the organizations, and also economic conditions in the society will be considered. Now, the fifth one is behavioral in nature. Management is a group activity. Management principles aim at influencing behavior of humans. Management aim at achieving certain goal through a group of human beings. These principles are drafted to influence human behavior. Therefore, principles of management are mainly behavioral in nature. Furthermore, principles enable a better understanding of the relationship between human and other resources in achieving organizational goal. The principles control a group of people and direct them to achieve the objectives. For instance, while planning the supply of workforce in pandemic like COVID-19, the manager can ask the workers to work from home to take care of employees' health without affecting productivity of the organization. Now let's move to the sixth one. The sixth nature is cause and effect relationship. For taking decisions, principles of management work as a base. The principle of management is purposeful to establish relationship between cause and effect. That's why they can tell us if a particular principle was applied in a particular situation, what would be the effect likely. In reality, situations are not the same. So, accurate cause and effect relationship may be difficult to establish. Besides, principles of management help managers in establishing these relationships to large extent. For example, in an organization, though it is expected that decisions should be taken after consulting all stakeholders, but in critical situations, it is necessary that any one of the managers should take decisions and others just follow him. It is necessary for achieving desired result. Now have this last one. The last nature is all principles are of equal importance. Principles of management are the principles of social science. They provide useful insights to managerial behavior and influence managerial practices. These principles guide managers in taking the implementing decisions. Those are to be practiced simultaneously to get best results in the form of achievement of predetermined goals. If any specific principle is focused more and other are not followed with same, then it affects the working results of the organizations. For example, suppose a tailor received an order of stitching 100 shirts in a week. He took care of everything to meet the order as per the demand. But he didn't pay attention on the demand of fair wages to workers. Think on your own, will it not affect on quality and deadline of the order? The manager should take care of all the principles. Friends, let's have review of today's learning. Today we understood meaning and definition of principles of management, also nature of principles of management. We studied first nature, universal application, second general guidelines, then formed by practice and experiments, then flexibility, then behavioral in nature, sixth one is cause and effect relationship, and the last one is all are of equal importance. Friends, hope you got it all. In next lecture, we will see significance of principles of management. Thank you for watching today's lecture attentively.